PlanetSide Universe, sitting here with Jon Weathers, a developer on the PlanetSide 2 team. And we're going to ask him a couple questions that you guys submitted to us. And we'll go ahead and get started. So how does VoIP work, voice over IP? Is it automatic for squatted vehicles? Or?
Yeah, so right now it's automatic for squad. So as soon as you join a squad, you're already in the squad VO. We also have plans to set up pretty extensive VO management options so that you can create your own channels. Maybe we're probably going to have an outfit VO channel itself and various other channels that you could create yourself. We're thinking about doing a local area VO channel so that you can communicate to everyone within the vicinity. We might make that exclusive to safe zones, like you're at the warp gate. So if you're hanging out in the warp gate, you can talk to everyone else in the warp gate also.
Okay.
And we'll probably dedicate a whole UI page to managing all these chat channels. So it's probably going to be pretty robust. At least that's what the plan is.
Okay, cool. Yeah, APB had a local. I don't know if you ever played that or not. Had a local area, like when you were standing next to somebody, you could hear them talking. You can even hear enemies talking if
Yeah. I saw clips of the game that did that. It seemed really cool. So it's definitely something that we want to explore also.
Cool, awesome. Well, you answered the next question in that one, so perfect. Move on to the next one. So will there be visual cues in the mini map for medics? For fallen soldier and stuff?
Yeah, definitely putting it in. We found that in playtests that it's really hard for a medic or engineer who's repairing vehicles to really be aware of what's going on. So we want to play up who has low health, who needs healing, who needs to be revived through the UI. And so that includes displaying on the mini map as well as on the HUD itself.
Okay. And so as somebody who is a fallen soldier or in need of help, will be able to see medics and vice versa, or just?
We haven't thought about it that way, but definitely as a medic, you'll see maybe a little skull and bones over everyone's dead.
Right. Awesome. Okay. So will drivers and pilots get shares of kill XP?
It's not currently in yet, but it's something I definitely think that needs to be in. We want players to play the game how they want to and be rewarded for any meaningful contribution. Being a driver is contributing to the fight, so we want to reward drivers for just driving. So if they're doing a good job and they have a bunch of gunners in there shooting people, we obviously want to reward the driver, even though he's not actually killing. We want to reward him for participating.
Sure. Awesome. Yeah, that will be awesome because I agree. If you're flying and somebody else is killing all sorts of people, it'd be nice to get a piece of that.
Definitely.
All right. Will there be support experience for things like reviving, healing, and repairing?
Yeah, definitely plan to do that. Again, to my previous answer, we want players to play the game how they want to. We want them to feel rewarded. We don't want to force people to, go where the experience is. If I'm not getting experience for reviving, maybe I don't want to revive. Right. So we definitely want players to have fun and be rewarded for doing that.
Cool. Awesome. All right, so we'll move on to some resource system questions here, which we actually had quite a few of, and I narrowed it down into 6 or 7 or 5, however many are here. People are really excited about that because it's a real departure from PlanetSide 1 and just Hack Base and Hack Tower.
Sure.
So can you explain in more detail how the resource system works?
So we have resources in the game. You get them by capturing territories. You capture these territories by capturing the facility or outpost or whatever that's on that region. And all the regions that you own, your empire owns, on the continent you're on, will generate resources for you periodically. And that's pretty much how the resource system works in a real general sense.
And then you use those resources towards buying things like tanks and weapons and things. Or...
Right. So we use resources to purchase vehicles right now, and you use resources to buy more of consumable items like implants and more one-time use items like med kits or grenades.
Cool. All right. Does that kind of answer the next question?
Sorry.
That's okay. I actually asked it before I actually read it here. So our resources, are they server-wide for Empires, or are they actually continent-based?
They are continent-based currently. We haven't had large enough tests to really evaluate the system in its current design.
Right.
But right now the plan is to keep them continent-based.
Okay. Cool. That's one of those things, I guess, that once more people are in it, maybe you'll be able to play around with it a little bit more for sure. Okay. Will there be trading of resources between players?
This isn't something that we've discussed all that much, but currently the short answer is no. We're treating resources as a form of currency, so it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to trade currency. But once we get larger groups of people in the game, start taking a look at all these meta mechanics that's going on and how they evolve, that design might change.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I mean, I imagine as a team, you can't really do large scale tests. And a game like this almost requires large scale tests.
Right, and we have a company of a few hundred people, and that's still not enough to get in the game to make any kind of accurate evaluations. Yeah,
so many of the things that are you guys are still discussing and are in flux is just something that you won't really even know until they actually a couple of thousand people are in there.
Yeah, and it's been extremely frustrating for me as a systems designer because I'm just all speculation at this point. I have pretty much only PlanetSide to refer to since nothing like this has really ever been done.
Exactly, yeah, for sure. Okay, so I have some command-related questions. Another thing that was a very hot topic because we haven't heard a whole lot about it. So can you tell us more about the squad system and possibly platoons? Platoons have come up here and there. They were in PlanetSide 1, and people are always very curious as to whether or not they'll be in the next one.
So squads right now are very easy to join. We have auto squatting, and I don't know if you're familiar with that, assuming you are.
Yeah.
So you just click a button, automatically join a squad. There's some things that get evaluated, like it's going to put you in the squad of, it's going to look through your friends list first to see if any of those people are in your, or online, and put you in the squad with them first if they have auto squad check marked, or they're already in a squad that has auto squad check marked.
I see.
And then it looks through your outfit to see if anyone is in there that's auto squatting. It looks within the local area to see if anyone is there. So it's a fairly intelligent system to determine which squad it's going to place you into. But to the user, it's just one click and you're in a squad.
You're in a squad, yeah.
So that's how squatting works. Currently, we have it set to 10-person max for squad. We're seeing if that's a good number or not. I think that's what PlanetSide 1 had it at.
I believe so.
Yeah. But again, it hasn't been a large enough play test to really make any kind of evaluation there. We're probably going to put in platoons. There's really no way to get around managing large groups of people without having these larger groups. So we're most likely going to put platoons in the very near future. It's not in right now, but we've talked about it plenty. And that right now, in its current design, is going to consist of 3 squads. So right now, 10-person squads, that's 30 people in a platoon. And as far as platoon functionality, right now we're obviously going to have some new chat, a way we handle the chat. So there'll be like a leadership channel that the platoon leader and squad leaders are in. Maybe a platoon leader channel that all the platoon leaders are in. And we're really going to look at how platoons fit in the game and and what tools we can provide platoon leaders for really organizing, some and implementing some strategy into the game. So it's pretty early in the development phases for platoons, but we're probably definitely going to put them in the game.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things that, that it wasn't an original release of PlanetSide, but for bigger outfits that had a bunch of people on at the same time, it was an extremely useful tool to be able to coordinate all the different squads. You know where everybody is. You can look on the map and you can see where everyone is. And
It's for us. It's really opening the communication lines up, because it's even for us as our playtests are getting larger and larger. It's getting harder and harder for us to really all focus on certain goals and really communicate to each other to accomplish those goals. So we're definitely probably adding platoons to help with that issue.
Okay, that's good to hear, because I think it's been we've heard yes, we've heard no. It's been kind of on the fence on platoons. So,
it's only a matter of time as far as I'm concerned. It just need to get to it in the priority queue.
For sure,
that'll be in the game.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, let's get a few more here. With the mission system, what sort of rewards can we expect, both for the commanders as well as the players that are completing the missions?
So this is another thing that hasn't been set in stone. There's been a lot of talk around it. We're definitely going to reward you for completing missions, because this is obviously something we want you to participate in. As far as the rewards go, it's most likely going to be experience, or definitely going to be experience, and quite possibly Araxian, which is the currency we use also on the marketplace.
Right. Cool. All right. So will commanders have the ability to set waypoints on the fly, similar to PlanetSide 1?
Definitely. So any leader, so right now a leader is considered to be a squad leader, probably a platoon leader, and once we get that in, we'll have particular tools available to them, including the ability to set waypoints. Initially, all this stuff will be, I don't really want to go into it, but initially we're not going to have a lot of stuff available to leaders, because we want a lot of this development and leadership progress in our cert system. We want, at the start, most of these leadership skills and functionality be locked behind the cert system. That may or may not include waypoints. If it is in the cert system, it'll probably be an early unlock, because it's a pretty important tool. But yes, right now, squad leaders, platoon leaders, once we get them in, do have the ability to set waypoints that their squad mates, platoon mates can see.
Cool. All right, awesome. So can multiple squads take on and complete missions, or is there is it some form of squad competition? So can multiple squads be doing the same mission at the same time, I guess is the ultimate question.
Yes, multiple squads can do the same mission at the same time. Right now, we don't have a lot of data to see what works, what doesn't work. But right now we have it set up where mission system is currently automated. There's not a lot of player inserting missions into the mission system yet. We don't really know how that's going to play out.
Right, exactly.
So we'll probably change the design up a bit once that goes in. But right now, there's an automated mission system that basically is this AI guy who takes a look at the status of the world and evaluates the need of each facility on every continent to give you a priority, saying this is high priority, get over here, we need to defend this space, like BS is coming in and we're in trouble. So one of the things that it looks at is, all right, how many players are at this base? Obviously we don't want a full server in one base. That would be yes, multiple squads can go to a facility and accept this mission, go on this mission, but there's a cutoff point, and it's not a hard cutoff point. If you come on late to the fight, a friend's already participating in this mission, you can still join them.
Right.
But we just don't message that out through the UI. We don't say this is a high priority mission anymore. We lower the priority because now it's pretty much at capacity.
Right. Okay. But you can still get in there if so you're not locked out.
Right. Exactly.
So, okay. Cool. One of the things in PlanetSide, I mean, we heard a lot about command stuff that may come down the road and never came. So, a lot of folks, I think, are hoping for a little bit more out of the mission system and the different command tools once we start to move along.
Yeah.
Past, not even necessarily at beta, but you know, as we start to move closer to release and stuff like that.
We have a lot of high hopes for the mission system. It's trying to accomplish a lot. The design is definitely going to change.
Oh yeah.
So we're just waiting on data and larger scale playtests at this point.
Cool. All right. Awesome. Well, thanks for sitting down with us and
Thank you.
some questions.
Yeah, no problem.